Box Puzzles 2. This is my second out of 3 box puzzles lessons. This is something you might want to give to your higher students that need a little bit more of a challenge. So it's kind of a trick in how to add a series of numbers. So it starts out, what would the sum of the numbers 1 through 6 be? Well, you can start out using a table. And if you put in all your numbers in the top row, 1 through 6, in order from least to greatest. Second row, you're going to add those numbers again, but this time greatest to least. Now, when you do that and you add each column, you're going to get 7 as your sum in every box. Now, it's pretty easy to figure out 7 times 6. 7 6 times would be 42. But since you added 2 rows of 6, you're going to take that 42 and divide by 2, and that'll give you 21. So if you add the numbers 1 through 6, you will get 21. Now, the next one, they're going to have the challenge of adding the numbers 1 through 8. They're going to use the same method. Numbers 1 through 8, least to greatest in the top row. 8 through 1, greatest to least in the second row. The second row. And then if you add your columns, you're always going to get 9. So they're going to type in all of these numbers. The bottom row will all be 9. So you have 9 8 times. 9 times 8 would be 72. But since you added it twice, 72, you're going to have to divide by 2, and that'll give you your answer. They're going to do the same thing with numbers 1 through 10. 1 through 10, 10 through 1. Add all of the columns. They will all be the same. And then you can take them 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take each of these numbers times 10 and divide by 2. Now, once they learn how to do this, they may not need the table in order to solve it. So you're going to just ask them to think about it. What if they had the numbers 1 through 20? Well, they would have 1 through 20 on the top row, 20 through 1 on the second row. And then they know that every column is going to have to be 21. So they're going to take 21 times 20, because there's 20 numbers going across, divide by 2. Numbers 1 through 100. Well, if they think about it, it's the numbers 1 through 100, top row, 100 through 1 in the second row. They're going to be adding 100 plus 1, so each column is going to total 101. They're going to take that and they're going to multiply by 100, 101, 100 times, and then divide by 2. So by now they should be starting to get the hang of how this works. Now it can also work for, say, even numbers. So if you want the sum of all the even numbers 1 through 20, they're going to start out with the table. So they're just going to type in 4, 6, 8, going all the way across to 20. Second row, we're going to go from greatest to least. So 20, 18, 16. So they know if this is 20, the total of every column is going to be 22. Okay, so they're going to take 22 times 10 and divide by 2. All right, and then they can do the same thing with odd numbers. Here they can just think about it. Okay, how many numbers, odd numbers 10 through 50. So they're not starting at 1 this time. And how many numbers between 10 and 50? If an odd number is every other number, there would be half as many. So 10 to 50, that's 40 numbers. You're going to take that, divide by 2 to get just the odd numbers. So that's 20. So there's 20 numbers across each row. If your smallest number is 11 and your largest number is 49, you add those together, your columns are all going to add up to 60. So 60 times 20 divided by 2. And all of the completed slides are on here with all the answers. So if you're going to assign this to the students, I would just come up here to File, make a copy of the entire presentation, and then make a class copy, and then make sure you delete all the completed slides.